So, you're dreaming of moving to Panama. Palm trees, affordable living, maybe even a beachfront property. But is it really easy to buy property here in Panama City, Panama? Today, I will be sitting with a Panamanian real estate expert to find out everything you will need to know if you are retiring or just curious about property here in Panama City. Let's meet him. Okay, so I would like to introduce you to Valentino Wood, and as you know, I've talked about him in several of my videos. Valentino has almost 10 years experience helping expats find their dream homes, be it renting or buying. He is also an experienced banker, so he provides superior customer service. So, welcome, Valentino.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here with you and with your beautiful followers. Appreciate that.
So I have a few questions. Just tell us a little bit about you. I know you spent some time in America,
Mm-hmm.
and guys, he speaks English and Spanish.
Okay, perfect. So yes, I was born actually here in Panama, and since I was about 3 years old, my mother took me to the U.S. and I spent more time in California. I came back when I was about 15, in my rebellious teens and things like that. Yeah, so I came back actually in 1999. I remember it clearly because that was the year that the canal was returned to the government of Panama. So yeah, I actually got started in real estate as of the year 2018. I really came on through marketing. For another realtor that really brought me on her team, and that's when I really, started to get to know the ropes of real estate and thing, and I found a passion for it, and I was like, you know what, this is definitely something that I want to do, and I'll just continue with it, just run with it.
Got it. So I have a few questions. The first one, can foreigners legally own property in Panama?
Yes, most definitely. There's no prohibition on that when it comes to that. You can definitely legally own property in Panama.
Okay. Would you suggest someone coming here for the first time? They've made up their mind, I'm moving to Panama. Would you suggest they rent first or go on and buy something?
So, I would say it's a complicated question for me. So I would say to each his own, because I do have clients that say, look, I'm into buying real estate. I already researched everything I need to see, and I know that Panama is a place to be, and has within the last 10 years have been top 10 within the best places for expats to retire. And then I have clients that would like to, not all, but most of my clients like to rent first to see if Panama fits their own personal vibe, which I think is great, is excellent. So I kind of respect both. What I would say is that it's important to take your time to get to know the place. If you have never been, you might want to invest in a tour to get to know Panama. I do have an associate I would like to shout out. His name is Alonzo Brumfield. Does um, he has Panama Relocation Tour. He has a Facebook group, and not only
I will link his information below.
Excellent. Not only do you get you get to see the city, you get to see the sights, You also grant access to see a few properties, and it's a more personalized service for you to get to know. You can know more or less what you can expect in a property. You can see if it's better for you to live in the city or to live, for example, in the beach area. It also include, like, for example, a consultation with a doctor here in Panama. So that way you also get to see about the insurance, or if you have medical questions, or if you have a condition, and also a consultation with the lawyer. So, I know that those are the most important areas that an expat is going to have. So it's great that, you get that all in one. If I say that if you have not visited Panama before and don't have the time to really investigate on your own, a tour can help you to package and brand all of that. So you can have a good notion on where you would want to live within the entire country of Panama.
Right, and not do what we did. We came, we came sight unseen, and I wish we had taken the tour with Alonzo. So, if you are thinking about coming, definitely check his information out in the link below.
I think that in your case, it was a little bit different because from your experience, you already lived in a Caribbean country.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
That was very different to Panama. So, us as Caribbean countries usually have the same, one might be a little bit more developed than others, but it's about the same sense, if I'm not mistaken. So it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Also, what I also want to say is that that definitely I think renting is also a good option because you can get the feel for the place before and get to know if it's actually for you. I'm not the If you're looking for somebody to sell you Panama, that's not me.
That's not you.
I'm more open, transparent, and want to see if Panama fits you or what you're looking for, because you do have other places such as Costa Rica, Portugal, Colombia, that are open for expats and are ready to receive you guys with welcome arms. But I'm more the type to help you see the beauty of the country if you're willing and you're interested in it.
Yes, definitely. I love that. I can say, guys, when we got here, he was very hands-on, and I know I worried the hell out of him sometimes because I would call and say, "Hey, I need whatever it is," and he wasted no time getting back to me.
Thank you.
So I have another question. Um, is now the best time to come to Panama?
As some of my clients would say, it's better to get ahead of the curve, I would say. With everything that's going on in the world, no need to go into detail because you know what it is. Um, and not only America, you also have Canadians that are also facing the same situation as people from other parts of the world. But it's definitely, if it's on your mind, I would say it's for a reason. If you haven't been here, you want to look into it, at least plan a vacation. And I think you're going to be pretty surprised. There's a lot of countries that are not being exposed correctly, or the light is not being shed on them. So you're not actually able. So I say that because I know that a lot of people, the only thing they're going to know about Panama is the Panama Canal and Robert Duran, which was the famous boxer of Panama. That's it. So I'm like, you know.
That's true. That's true. So now is a good time.
Yes, now is definitely a good time. Of course, you want to stay ahead because I'm, like I was saying before, with everything that's going on, there's going to be, and as time has continued to pass, I think every single day you have more and more reason to want to live in or be willing to live in a foreign country. I say
Plan
that.
B.
Yeah.
It's good to have a plan B.
Definitely. So yes, and as Panama has been on top of retirement for expats within the last 5 to 10 years, within the top 10, and we're currently #1. So
we are about to start that process. We wanted to be here 6 months to get out of the honeymoon phase and make sure this is where we want to be. So we're starting that.
And how's that experience been
We
for you?
just started. We have to
Gotcha.
go back to America for some things,
Yeah.
but yeah,
And then come
we're
back.
ready.
Excellent.
So, did I ask you, do you negotiate price for your clients, including rentals? I know you did
Yes.
for us.
Yes, definitely. So, that's a great question that you mentioned that. So some might be asking like, why is a realtor involved in rental processes? Um, the short answer is to help everybody save time, both the homeowners and you as a tenant, to make things much more easier. As far as also when it comes to security, make sure that you're dealing with the correct people. We as realtor here are able to verify things for you, and it comes of no additional cost um, for you guys as tenants. So we make money. Our commission is a shared commission with the listing agent and possibly the homeowner, right? To that extent, I would say that yeah, it's definitely. Mhm.
And there are no apartment locators here, so it's best to go through a realtor. And
Yes.
especially someone like Valentino. I'm telling you guys, he is the best. Personal experience.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate
So,
that.
I have another question.
Mhm.
I want you to explain, because my friends in America, we live in apartment complexes, and you have different kinds of apartments, right? So, and it's owned by that apartment complex. The condos here are different. They're individually owned. Will you kind of explain how that works? So, people won't get it confused, because you can't just walk in this building.
Gotcha.
You can't just freely walk through here. You have to be allowed in.
Yes, that's true. So, a big difference, I would say, one is that most buildings, be it a building, we also have houses that have like gated communities and things. They're going to have 24-hour security guards. Also access, like for example, in this building, you have, from your biometric face recognition, that's also in the elevator. So even if you happen to get past the two or three security guards, you still won't be able to go up on any floor, basically, because it won't allow you due to not granting the facial recognition. Also, to mention the amenities is also definitely a plus. So that's definitely going to help you to enjoy it. Yes, most apartments are going to be it's something somewhat different to a condo, because from what I understand, most condos are owned by an actual company or a group, or would have like the ones that would allow for rentals would be a specific building. But in this case, there's developers that develop, for example, this building or this project, and then it's independently sold. And then you have a homeowners association, which would be similar to your HOA. The good thing is that if you're renting, you do not pay HOA. That's covered by the homeowner. So that's of no additional cost for you. You only have to pay your electricity and water. No, I'm sorry, electricity and your internet. In some cases, water is not even a charge. It's already included in the HOA. In other cases where it is, where you do need to pay for it, I've seen it to be a general fee within the city of $20. So water is not based on your consumption. It's a monthly bill.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't pay, so
Yeah.
I need to think about that.
Oh, that's great.
So let me see. Oh, I do want to ask, if some of my viewers are interested in buying a property, how long does that take normally from the time you choose the property until the time you close? Just average.
So, I would say that if you know what you're looking for in the property and you're working with the realtor, that definitely helps. to shorten that time period. But from when you have selected a property, when you're already in agreement with the homeowner, you created a contract, and you also have provided, for example, the initial down payment. From that time, it takes about, I would say, a month and a half for the public registry or for the title of the property to be placed in your name. So that's going to be depending on the government, that aspect.
Okay.
Now, you're going to have different factors because some, my example, that this would be a quickest scenario on a cash deal. Let's say you want the property, it's $100,000. Here go the 100,000. Let's go ahead and get that in my title and in my name. It's going to be a month and a half.
So it may take longer if
Yes.
you're financing.
If you're financing, yes, that's a whole nother process. If you're an expat, that's a whole video on that one. That's another
We'll
video.
have to come back.
One thing I want to say, it is possible. There might be a few areas that you might not like, but it's possible.
Okay. Is that a lot of the rent to own? I know they do that here.
Yeah, there is definitely options. I would just say that as if your income is not from the country, if you're still receiving income from the U.S. and you haven't been established in the country yet, the initial down payment that you would need to pay required from the bank is going to be a 30 to 50% of whatever the property
You hear that,
costs.
guys? Okay, so do you have anything else you want to tell them, and share your information? I will link it below, but
No, not that much. Just want to make sure that you guys continue to watch and subscribe. I'm very happy that Mundi is sharing her content, her experience here in Panama. It's very realistic. It was definitely a pleasure helping her find, being her realtor and helping her and her husband find a place here in Panama. You guys can be able to contact me directly. I'm on YouTube as Your Realtor in Panama, and also on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp. I do have an email, but due to me being very busy, I don't really check that. You're going to want to reach me through WhatsApp most likely, or just text on the video. And yes, it was a pleasure being here.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. So guys, if you are serious about relocating or retiring to Panama, please look up Valentino. And I will see you next Sunday.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.